Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about what you can expect for this month of March according to your moon sign and your ascendant sign. No, I'm not looking at the sun sign. Vedic astrology is what I do. And the moon is so much more important here with this system of astrology. So yes, I'm asking you to look for your Vedic sidereal moon sign and your ascendant sign. Now, how do you know that if you're new to my channel? Well, you can go to my website, galacticcenter.org, and I have a free chart calculator. Put in all of your information, scroll to the very bottom. Don't try to read the charts because they're very different. But scroll to the bottom where it says AS, that sign is your ascendant, and MO, that is the sign of your moon. And those are the two signs I want you to listen to. And better yet, I would prefer if you went to my Galactic Planner, because with the Galactic Planner, it's going to give you a printout of your chart in great detail. And it will give you the ascendant, the moon, where all your planets are in great detail. But on top of that, it will give you all the predictions in accordance to your personal chart. Not generally, for your personal chart. All the predictions and the transits will be calculated for your chart, the descriptions of what they all mean, and it's all delivered into your phone calendar or your calendar on your computer. Every day you can be prepared to know what's happening astrologically in your chart. But for today, I'm going to be giving you your predictions according to your ascendant and your moon sign from the sidereal Vedic chart. Please don't use your Western sun sign. It isn't correct for this. All right, so let's get going here. And remember, if you want my free chart calculator, it's on my website, galacticcenter.org. Don't forget, while you're there, sign up for my free newsletter. Get all of my information delivered free to your email address every week. All right, let's begin. So if your Vedic sidereal moon or ascendant sit in Aries, then this huge stellium that is happening this month in March is going to occur in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house deals with the past. It deals with memories. So much is coming up for you concerning your past. Past loves, relationships, old feelings, people coming out of the woodwork, and feelings and memories from your past. Sentimental good feelings. Now, I do want you to pay attention to your dreams, because the 12th house deals with sleep and dreams. And yes, during this time, you can have the most vivid dreams. You will get messages and information, especially concerning any kind of healings for your past. Be aware, now is the time for you to really heal some of the things that have bothered you throughout your life concerning your past. This will be a remarkable healing time, very spiritual. Now, Mars is transiting your 3rd house right now, and the 3rd house deals with brothers and sisters. So you might get a visit or something come up concerning a sibling. But the 3rd house is also our house of energy, creativity, but most of all, our courage. And this is where you're getting a new drive and ambition to heal things, to change things. Because remember, there is this explicit healing going on from your past. If your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Taurus, then this enormous stellium of planets is occurring in Pisces in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friends, groups, and organizations. So you will be meeting new people, new connections, and I must say it might even be some very influential people that you're running into. This is a time to be active, go to meetings. Don't forget, if you're invited to any meetings, conferences, or parties, you never know who you're going to meet. Go. And it could even be, if you're looking for a relationship, could come through some of these meetings. And because this is a time of meeting new friends, new friendship, you're going to find that you will meet some new people, and possibly people that reconnect you or connect you to people from your past, but most of all, maybe a new love if you're looking to get involved in a relationship. Now, Mars has been in your 2nd house, and it's still here. And this means you have been adamant about making money and advancing things financially. But I want to say Mars in the 2nd house can make you spend more than you intended. So don't be so impulsive with your spending. And it does deal with family matters. So don't be surprised if there's some confrontations in the family unit, especially probably about money. If your ascendant or your moon sits in sidereal Gemini, wow, this is a month for you. All of these planets are in your 10th house of career, social standing, the public. You are getting noticed. There's some kind of public acclaim for you during this time. You are visible to many, and in your job, your career, you can expect some kind of promotions, advancements, changes. Things are really shaping up in the world of your career. And most of all, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You feel a sense of purpose during this time. But so much is happening that's bringing you to the top, and you are realizing a lot of your goals that you've been wanting to accomplish in terms of your social standing and your career. Now, Mars is in your 1st house, so you are full of energy and drive and ambition. This is a time to move forward and get the things accomplished that you've been wanting to achieve. Now, if your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Cancer, then this means the stellium of Pisces planets are all in your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of spirituality and finding the truth. You are waking up and discovering so many truthful things that you never knew before. And it's really kind of exciting. You may go on some exciting trips, but most of all, you're learning new things. There's something about classes, advancement, higher learning that you're experiencing during this time, and a sense of needing to learn what is truthful and spiritual in this world. Now, Mars has been in your 12th house, and the 12th house deals with the past. And yes, a lot of things from your past have been coming up, and probably not so pleasant things from the past. Mars has its way of bringing back some things that maybe you've been angry about for a while, surfacing it so that finally you can face it in order to heal it. If your ascendant or your moon sits in sidereal Leo, then this means the stellium of planets is in your 8th house. This is the deep, dark house of psychological discovery. You could be going through some deep psychological transformations, digging up some deep core things from the past. This is profound. This is deep. Wow, this can take you to a new level. And let me just say this, You might experience some deaths around you. The 8th house is known to be death, but most of all, it deals with research, psychology, and introspection, some deep, deep introspection. This is a time period of transformational changes for you. Now, Mars is transiting your 11th house, which means there can be some breakups in friendships, or simply your friends are more combative or difficult. You know, you just don't fight back. It's not worth it. And just let them be, let them go if that's what they choose to do. But it does also stir up a lot of deep-seated ambitions and desires that you're on track to accomplish. If your moon or ascendant sit in sidereal Virgo, then this is the time. If you are not in a relationship, now's the time. Now's the time that you could fall in love, find that person, and it will be dramatic. It will be romantic. It is amazing. Now, another thing is with all these planets in your 7th house, if you're in a relationship, it's a time that it becomes more meaningful and more loving, more romantic. And with Venus being retrograde here, if there is an old love, an old flame that you would like to reconnect with, I bet it's going to happen now. But furthermore, if that is not necessarily the case, then you will find that old feelings from the past will surface about relationships for you to heal and let go of now. And Mars, as it is transiting through your 10th house, oh my goodness, then this is the time of career success, driven. But remember this, do not try to outdo or have conflict with your boss, because it will not end out good. It could be a problem. There could be some jealousy in the workplace. So be careful with that. But overall, it is a good time for career success. If your moon or your ascendant sits in sidereal Libra, then this means that the stellium of planets is in your 6th house, which is 6th house is about health and healing. It's time to get on the bandwagon and change the bad old habits you've had. It's time to get healthy. It's time to get real. And I know you've been working hard, because the 6th house deals with work. And there's been a lot of stress and pressure and work. And if you have a business with employees, watch your employees. You will have some really good ones, but there's a few that might need to be watched. Maybe they're not doing a good job. Maybe they need to have a reassessment during this time. But overall, pay attention to your health. Get on a health kick. I feel like you're going to do something new that's going to make you healthier and more beautiful, better looking. Something will change that changes your appearance as well. Now, with Mars being in your 9th house, if your father's still alive, he will be more combative and difficult, harder to get along with during this time. So probably keep your distance. Otherwise, Mars here in the 9th house makes you really want to learn more. It gives you more direction, more push, more pull into the area of learning, higher learning, and discovering what is true and what is not true. You might go on a sporadic trip that is unplanned. Or there just might be a lot going on in the area of travels for you during this time. If your moon or ascendant sit in sidereal Scorpio, then this means the stellium of planets is happening in your 5th house. The 5th house is the house of creativity, of the mind. So you are flushed with creative ideas. It's time to start using those ideas. You might even feel like it's a time to start writing more, being more expressive. And if you have children, they will be more active, they will need more attention, and probably, if you're looking to have children, this could be a month too for having children. Things are happening in the area of children and your creative talents. And if you are an investor, this is a powerful month for success with investments of all kinds. And remember, this is the house of entrepreneurship, so you might be creating a new business, something new, a new beginning. Now, Mars is transiting your 8th house, which can mean digging up old stuff from the past, old feelings, and healing. It will deal with psychological inward work. And be careful with your money. Other people may not be trustworthy during this time with your money or your partner's money if you're married. If your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Sagittarius, then this stellium of Pisces planets are in your 4th house, which is the house of home and family, and real estate and property, and actually the mother too. All of these things will be significant in your life. You might be moving, you might be decorating, you might be changing your house, renovating, or just simply buying new furnishings. And yes, you will have the ambition and the drive to really make your house look different, feel different, and more beautiful. So decorating is a good thing during this time. Now, if your mother's still around, you might find that there's some kind of gatherings, getting together, reconnecting with the mother in some way. And don't forget that the 4th house deals with your sense of security. This is what you're building and wanting to create. And maybe that's why you're making your house more homey and more livable. While Mars is in your 7th house, this can mean a little bit of conflicting opinions with your partner. There's just something that's not coming together like it normally does. This is temporary, but there can be some disagreements, all right? Especially arguments. And or if you're not in a relationship, it's probably best that it stays that way temporarily while Mars, the aggressor, is in your house of relationships. If your ascendant or your moon sign sits sidereally in Capricorn, then this means that we've got the stellium of Pisces planets in your 3rd house. So you're having to travel. Short distances, you're in the car quite a bit, but you're going a lot of different places. Another thing is the 3rd house is about your creative talents, high degree of creativity, ideas, writing, learning. These are things that are paramount in your life right now. Taking classes, learning new things. And if you're a writer or want to be a writer, now is the time to begin. You're going to be flooded with great ideas for writing and self-expression in so many ways. And if you have any brothers or sisters, this is a time to reconnect with them. There's going to be some times of connecting with siblings. And another thing is school classes become much more interesting. Time to learn. Mars will be in your 6th house, which is the house that deals specifically with health and healing. Mars there can make you more athletic, more prone to want to exercise, do things of this nature. Now, also, it can make you a tad bit accident prone because you're a little bit more impulsive and impatient about things. And in the workplace, you might find that people are definitely harder to get along with in the workplace during this time. There is conflict. If your moon or your ascendant sits in sidereal Aquarius, then this means the stellium of Pisces planets is in your second house. And this brings money. This is a time of expansion and great things happening for you financially. There is a bump up with the money you're making and the money you're bringing in. Yes, there is. And there can be some really good things connecting you to your family, even some wealth and money that's come to you through family. Family gatherings, get-togethers, go for it. And another thing is your speech becomes stronger and more active. Now, another thing is the second house with Venus there means your speech is more refined. You say the best things at the right time. Use that. Now, Mars is in your sidereal fifth house. And with that, children can be more active. They can be needing more attention at this time. There can be irritation or arguments with your children. But if you don't have kids, this is a time of active creativity. Your mind's more active. Good ideas are flooding in. Use these for whatever it's good for. The thinking mind is clearer. And also, if you're an investor, it's good, but don't be impulsive or impatient during this time. Be very methodical with your investments and how you do things. Now, if your sidereal moon or ascendant sit in Pisces, wow, this is enormous, this time period for you, because all the planets are in your first house. And what this means is a new you is being birthed through. Everything about you, you're wanting to change. And what I can say for you is the way you look will transform and change. You will be more creative. Your talents, your self-expression will come alive. But most of all, the way you look, your appearance, and everything about your presence will be different. You're going to want to change your outfits, your clothing, everything about how you dress. You just want a big change. It's transformative. So you change your dress, your clothing, you change fashion, your ideas about fashion, how you want to look, your hair, your makeup, your suits, whatever it may be that changes your physical appearance. This is the time it will happen. And you feel a new revival of confidence at this time. You feel stronger and more confident. I'll give you that. But this is like a whole feeling of a new breakthrough. A new you is being reborn. Now, this does put Mars in your fourth house, which the fourth house deals with where you are living. And this is changing quite rapidly. So where you live, you could move. If not, I feel like things are being torn up in your house. Maybe you're renovating at this time. If not, pay attention. Some things could be broken and need to be fixed within the house, in the household. And if your mother's still around, be aware she may not be as agreeable as usual. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is she'll be more combative and maybe argumentative and not agree with you on many accounts. So with that, I have concluded all 12 signs of the zodiac and how this month of March will affect you. Remember, if this has inspired you in any way to learn Vedic astrology, then go to my university website, which is universityofvedicastrology.com, and become my student. Thank you.